Welcome to the Echoes of Ihsan Podcast, where we take these deep dives into Islamic texts chosen by you, our listeners.
Oh, that's great.
Today, we're cracking open Sunan An-Nasa'i Volume 2.
Okay.
It's a treasure trove of prophetic sayings and practices.
Awesome.
This volume really dives deep into the nitty-gritty of Islamic practice, so get ready for quite an insightful journey.
Yeah, it's remarkable how Sunan An-Nasa'i balances those grand tenets of faith with the seemingly mundane aspects of daily life, and it doesn't just tell us what to do.
Right.
But it also delves into the why, the deeper spiritual purpose behind our actions.
Okay, so let's unpack this. Let's start with prayer. You've requested this deep dive into this volume, so I'm guessing you're particularly interested in what it says about Salah, right?
Absolutely. Prayer is the cornerstone of Islamic practice.
Yeah.
And Sunan An-Nasa'i offers incredibly detailed guidance on it. It covers everything from the proper way to stand and bow to the etiquette of reciting different surahs.
So it's not just about the motions, but about really understanding the meaning behind each action.
Exactly. Take the placement of our fingers during bowing, for example.
Okay.
Sunan An-Nasa'i specifically mentions that the fingers should be spread and placed firmly on the knees.
I've never really thought about the significance of that hand placement.
Right.
What's the wisdom behind it?
Well, it's a powerful symbol of humility and submission before Allah. By spreading our fingers and pressing them firmly, we're essentially surrendering our entire being to the divine will.
Yeah.
It's a physical manifestation of our inner state of surrender.
It's amazing how such a subtle detail can convey such profound meaning.
Yeah.
Really highlights the emphasis on mindfulness in prayer.
Precisely. Every movement, every word we utter in prayer is imbued with spiritual significance. Sunan An-Nasa'i reminds us that prayer is not merely a ritual, but a profound conversation with our Creator.
Yeah, this reminds me of another detail mentioned in the text about what to do if you sneeze during prayer.
Yes. Sunan An-Nasa'i advises us to simply say Alhamdulillah, praise be to Allah, if we sneeze during prayer.
Okay.
There's no need to interrupt the flow of our prayer or to make any other gesture.
So the emphasis is on maintaining that continuity and focus, even amidst minor distractions.
Exactly. It's about minimizing any interruptions that might take us away from the heart of our prayer. It's a reminder that prayer is a sacred space, a time for us to connect with Allah, free from worldly distractions.
These specific instructions really paint a picture of the level of detail and intentionality that Sunan An-Nasa'i encourages in our worship. It's about bringing our full presence and awareness to every moment of prayer.
Indeed. It's about transforming prayer from a mere obligation into a heartfelt conversation with our Creator. It's about recognizing that every gesture, every word carries weight and meaning in the eyes of Allah.
It makes me wonder, what other hidden gems of wisdom we might uncover as we continue to delve deeper into this volume.
Oh, there are many more waiting to be discovered. Sunan An-Nasa'i covers a vast array of topics, from the intricacies of Islamic law to the importance of good character and social etiquette.
Speaking of fascinating topics, this volume seems to place a lot of emphasis on Friday. It's clearly more than just another day of the week.
You're absolutely right. Friday holds a unique position in Islam, and Sunan An-Nasa'i beautifully captures its multi-layered significance. It's not merely a day for congregational prayer, but a day imbued with historical and spiritual weight.
You mentioned that it's a day chosen by Allah for momentous events.
Right.
Can you elaborate on that?
Sure. According to Sunan An-Nasa'i, Friday witnessed some of the most pivotal moments in human history.
Okay.
It was on a Friday that Adam, peace be upon him, was created.
Wow.
It was also the day he entered paradise, and the day he descended to earth.
Wow. So Friday bookends the human experience from creation to earthly existence.
Yes.
It's incredible how these events add another layer of meaning to our to our weekly observance.
Precisely. It connects us to the grand narrative of creation, and reminds us of our place within it. It also underscores the sacred nature of time, and how certain moments hold particular significance in the eyes of Allah.
It's also interesting that Sunan An-Nasa'i links Friday to the Day of Judgment.
Yes, the text explicitly states that the trumpet signaling the beginning of the Day of Judgment will be blown on a Friday. This connection further emphasizes the weightiness of this day and its role in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah, it's definitely a sobering reminder of the transient nature of this world and the ultimate accountability that awaits us.
Indeed, it serves as a call to make the most of our time and to strive for righteousness in every moment, knowing that our actions have consequences that extend beyond this earthly life.
So Friday is not just a day for celebration, but also a day for reflection and preparation for the hereafter.
Exactly.
Prompts us to ask, how can we make the most of its blessings? What specific practices does Sunan An-Nasa'i recommend?
Well, Sunan An-Nasa'i provides a comprehensive guide for Friday practices. It all begins with ghusl, a full body purification, which symbolizes a renewal of both body and spirit.
Ghusl is such a beautiful act.
Yes.
It's like a spiritual cleansing, preparing us to meet Allah with purity and intention.
Exactly. It's a way of honoring the sanctity of Friday and approaching it with a sense of reverence and humility. It's a reminder that our physical actions can have spiritual significance, and that purity is an integral part of our faith.
Beyond ghusl, what other practices are recommended for Friday?
Sunan An-Nasa'i emphasizes the importance of coming early to the mosque for Friday prayer.
Uh-huh.
It's a sign of eagerness to be in Allah's presence, to benefit from the communal worship, and to absorb the blessings of this special day.
I can imagine the atmosphere in the mosque on a Friday as people gather from all walks of life, united in their devotion.
It's a powerful sight indeed. It's a testament to the unifying power of faith, and a reminder that we're all part of a larger community striving towards the same goal.
Sunan An-Nasa'i also seems to advocate for walking to the mosque instead of riding, if possible.
Yes.
What was the wisdom behind that?
It's a beautiful gesture of humility and devotion. By choosing to walk, we're essentially saying that we're willing to exert ourselves for the sake of Allah.
Yeah.
It's a way of embodying our submission, and acknowledging that every step we take is in His service.
It transforms the journey itself into an act of worship.
Precisely, it's about infusing our everyday actions with intention and purpose, recognizing that even the mundane can be elevated to something meaningful when done for the sake of Allah.
It's amazing how Sunan An-Nasa'i highlights the spiritual significance of even seemingly simple acts.
Yeah.
It's a call to live with a heightened awareness of Allah's presence in every aspect of our lives.
Absolutely. It's a reminder that our faith is not confined to the mosque or to specific rituals, but permeates every aspect of our being.
Speaking of reminders that challenge our assumptions, we came across some fascinating stories in Sunan An-Nasa'i about the Prophet Muhammad's forgetfulness during prayer.
Oh, great.
It's not something you'd typically expect to hear about, but it offers a profound lesson in humility.
Yes, those stories might seem surprising at first, but but they offer a valuable glimpse into the human side of the prophet.
Yeah.
Sunan An-Nasa'i narrates instances where he forgot a part of the prayer, and then corrected himself.
It's comforting to know that even the most exemplary human being experienced these moments.
Indeed, it humanizes the prophet and makes his example more relatable and attainable. It shows that we're all on a journey of learning and growth, and that even the most devout among us are not immune to forgetfulness.
It makes the teachings of Islam feel more accessible, and reminds us that perfection isn't the goal, but rather striving for excellence while acknowledging our human limitations.
Precisely. It's about focusing on the journey rather than the destination, and recognizing that our relationship with Allah is a continuous process of learning and seeking forgiveness.
These stories also seem to provide practical guidance on how to rectify mistakes during prayer. Can you elaborate on that?
Yeah. Sunan An-Nasa'i teaches us that if we realize we've missed a part of the prayer, we should perform two prostrations of forgetfulness before saying the final salam.
Yeah.
These prostrations serve as a way of acknowledging our mistake and seeking Allah's forgiveness.
So it's like a reset button, allowing us to realign ourselves and complete the prayer with a renewed sense of focus.
Exactly. It's a beautiful demonstration of Allah's mercy and his willingness to forgive our shortcomings. It also highlights the importance of humility and acknowledging our mistakes rather than trying to brush them under the rug.
These stories are a testament to the forgiving nature of Islam and the importance of continuous self-improvement.
Absolutely. It's not about being perfect, but about striving for excellence and seeking Allah's guidance along the way. It's about recognizing our human fallibility and approaching our worship with humility and sincerity.
It's a beautiful reminder that our spiritual journey is not about reaching a destination, but about embracing the process of growth and seeking Allah's closeness at every step.
Indeed, it's about transforming our mistakes into opportunities for learning and drawing closer to the divine.
It's fascinating how Sunan An-Nasa'i interweaves these profound lessons with practical guidance on everyday matters.
It reflects the holistic nature of Islam and how its teachings encompass every aspect of our lives, from the spiritual to the mundane.
So far, we've explored the intricacies of prayer, the significance of Friday, and the Prophet's humility. Sunan An-Nasa'i also seems to emphasize the importance of community and social interactions within Islam.
Absolutely. It highlights that our faith is not just about individual piety, but also about extending kindness and compassion to others. It stresses the importance of visiting the sick, attending funerals, and interacting with our neighbors with care and respect.
It seems to encourage us to view our actions through a spiritual lens, recognizing that even seemingly mundane acts can carry spiritual weight.
Exactly. It's about recognizing the interconnectedness of our lives and striving to make a positive impact on those around us. It's about understanding that our actions have ripple effects and that our faith calls us to be a source of goodness and light in the world.
What are some specific teachings about community that particularly stood out to you?
Well, one thing that resonated with me was the emphasis on visiting the sick. It's not simply seen as a social obligation, but as an act of worship that brings immense spiritual rewards.
It's a beautiful way to demonstrate empathy and to provide support to those in need.
Indeed, it's about recognizing the shared humanity that binds us together and extending a helping hand to those who are suffering. It's a reminder that we're all part of a larger community, and that our individual well-being is intertwined with the well-being of others.
It's a powerful message of compassion and solidarity.
Absolutely, it's about creating a society where people feel supported and cared for, especially in times of vulnerability.
This deep dive into Sunan An-Nasa'i has been a journey of discovery, revealing the hidden depths of everyday acts and the profound interconnectedness of our lives.
It's about recognizing that even the smallest actions can have a ripple effect, impacting not only ourselves but also those around us.
You know, it's a call to live with intention and purpose, to
Yeah.
strive for excellence in all that we do, and to make each moment count.
Indeed. It's about embracing the transformative power of Islam and allowing its teachings to guide us towards a life of meaning and fulfillment.
We've covered a lot of ground in this deep dive, but there's still so much more to explore in Sunan An-Nasa'i. I'm curious to delve into another fascinating theme we encountered.
Yeah.
The importance of seeking knowledge.
Uh,
What do you think?
Seeking knowledge is a fundamental pillar of Islamic tradition, and Sunan An-Nasa'i highlights its significance on multiple levels. It emphasizes the pursuit of both religious and worldly knowledge, recognizing that both are essential for a well-rounded life.
Yeah, it seems like the text encourages a holistic approach to knowledge, recognizing that every field of study can contribute to our understanding of ourselves and the world around us.
Exactly. It's about recognizing the vastness of knowledge and approaching it with a spirit of humility and curiosity. It's about understanding that learning is a lifelong journey,
Yeah.
and that there's always more to discover.
What are some specific teachings about seeking knowledge that stood out to you?
Well, one thing that resonated with me was the emphasis on the etiquette of seeking knowledge.
Yeah.
It's not just about acquiring information, but about approaching the process with the right attitude and intentions.
So it's about embodying certain principles
Mm.
while seeking knowledge. What are some of those principles?
Well, Sunan An-Nasa'i highlights the importance of humility, respect for teachers, and a sincere desire to learn and apply the knowledge.
Uh-huh.
It's about recognizing that knowledge is a gift, and that we should approach it with reverence and gratitude. It's about understanding that true knowledge is not just about accumulating facts, but about transforming our hearts and minds.
It sounds like seeking knowledge is seen as a spiritual endeavor, not just an intellectual pursuit.
Indeed, it's about recognizing that knowledge has the power to draw us closer to Allah and to guide us towards a life of purpose and meaning.
It's a reminder that our pursuit of knowledge should be guided by noble intentions
Mm.
and a desire to benefit ourselves and others.
Precisely, it's about understanding that knowledge is a trust, and that we are accountable for how we use it.
This deep dive into Sunan Nasa'i has been a journey of both intellectual and spiritual enrichment. We've explored a wide range of topics from the intricacies of prayer to the importance of seeking knowledge. I'm eager to delve into another fascinating theme, the text's emphasis on good character and moral conduct.
Yeah, good character is indeed a central theme in Sunan An-Nasa'i. The text is replete with narrations that emphasize honesty, trustworthiness, kindness to parents, and treating others with respect.
It seems like these teachings are about cultivating a virtuous life, both in our personal and social interactions.
Absolutely, it's about recognizing that our actions have consequences not only in this life, but also in the hereafter. It's about understanding that our character is a reflection of our faith, and that we should strive to embody the values of Islam in all that we do.
Or some specific teachings about character that resonated with you.
Well, one thing that captured my attention was the emphasis on honesty. It's not just seen as a moral virtue,
Mhm.
but as a fundamental principle that underpins all aspects of our lives.
So it's about being truthful in our words, actions, and intentions.
Exactly. It's about aligning our inner and outer worlds, and striving to live with integrity.
It's a reminder that our character is a reflection of our faith,
Yeah.
and that we should strive to embody the values of Islam in all that we do.
Indeed, it's about recognizing that our actions speak louder than words, and that we should strive to be a source of goodness and light in the world.
This deep dive into Sunan An-Nasa'i has been truly inspiring. We've uncovered a wealth of wisdom and guidance on a wide range of topics.
Yeah.
Is there anything else that you found particularly thought-provoking in this volume?
One recurring theme that resonated with me was the emphasis on balance and moderation in all aspects of life.
Okay.
Sunan An-Nasa'i cautions against extremism, and encourages a balanced approach to worship, work, social interactions, and even our emotions.
That's a valuable reminder in today's world where It's easy to get caught up in extremes.
Absolutely. It's about finding that middle path, avoiding excesses, and striving for harmony in all aspects of our lives.
What are some examples of this emphasis on balance that we encountered?
Well, one example is the Prophet Muhammad's guidance on prayer. He encouraged a moderate pace, neither rushing through the movements nor making them excessively long.
Okay.
This reflects a balance between fulfilling the obligations of prayer and maintaining focus and humility.
It's about finding that sweet spot where our actions are both meaningful and sustainable.
Precisely. It highlights that Islam is a religion of ease, and that we should strive to find a balance in all that we do.
It's a beautiful way to live with intention and mindfulness.
Yeah.
What are some other examples of balance that stood out to you?
The text also emphasizes balance in our social interactions.
Hmm.
It encourages us to maintain ties of kinship, but also to set healthy boundaries. It highlights the importance of spending time with family, but also of fulfilling our obligations to the wider community.
Yeah. So it's about finding that equilibrium between our various roles and responsibilities.
Exactly. It's about recognizing that our lives are multifaceted, and that we need to find a balance that allows us to thrive in all aspects.
It's a reminder that Islam is a holistic way of life that encompasses both our inner and outer worlds.
Absolutely. It encourages us to live with purpose and intention, striving for excellence in all that we do, while maintaining balance and moderation.
It's been a truly enriching deep dive into Sunan An-Nasa'i Volume 2. We've uncovered a wealth of wisdom and guidance on a wide range of topics. What are some key takeaways that you think would be beneficial for our listener to reflect on?
Well, one key takeaway is the importance of mindfulness and intention in all that we do, whether it's prayer, social interactions, or even our thoughts and emotions. Sunan An-Nasa'i encourages us to be present and conscious of our actions.
So it's about living with a sense of awareness and purpose.
Absolutely. It's about recognizing that even seemingly small actions can have significant spiritual value when done with sincerity and mindfulness.
What are some other key takeaways that you think would be helpful for our listener?
Another important takeaway is the emphasis on balance and moderation in all aspects of life. Sunan An-Nasa'i cautions against extremism and encourages a balanced approach to worship, work, social interactions, and even our emotions.
So it's about finding that middle path, avoiding extremes, and striving for harmony in our lives.
Precisely. It's about recognizing that Islam is a religion of ease, and that we should strive to find a balance that allows us to thrive in all aspects.
It's a beautiful way to live with intention and mindfulness. What's one final thought that you'd like to leave our listener with?
One thought that lingers in my mind is the transformative power of small, consistent actions.
Okay.
Sunan An-Nasa'i emphasizes that even seemingly insignificant acts of worship, when done consistently and with sincerity, hold immense value in the eyes of Allah.
It's a powerful reminder to focus on the present moment and to make each action count. It's about recognizing that our spiritual journey is a marathon, not a sprint,
Hmm.
and that consistency is key.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's about cultivating a mindset of continuous growth and striving to improve ourselves day by day.
It's been an incredible deep dive into Sunan An-Nasa'i Volume 2. We've explored a wealth of wisdom and guidance, and I'm sure our listener has gained valuable insights from our discussion. We hope this deep dive has inspired you to explore further and to discover your own personal echoes of Ihsan.
May this journey of learning and reflection continue to enrich your life and strengthen your connection with Allah. Yeah, it's fascinating how Sunan An-Nasa'i encourages us to approach even the most familiar aspects of our faith with a renewed sense of awareness.
You're right. It's like we're seeing these practices through a fresh lens,
Exactly.
uncovering layers of meaning we might have missed before.
And this emphasis on mindfulness and intention, it extends to all aspects of our lives, not just our rituals.
Speaking of mindfulness, we were both struck by the detailed instructions on how to perform prayer.
Yes.
It's almost like a manual for mindful worship.
Precisely. It's not just about going through the motions, but about understanding the spiritual significance of every gesture, every word.
You mentioned the specific guidance on placing our fingers during bowing.
Yes.
Can you elaborate on that a little bit?
Sure. Sunan An-Nasa'i states that during the bowing position, or ruku, our fingers should be spread and placed firmly on our knees.
Okay.
This seemingly simple act carries profound meaning.
Yeah, I'm curious about the symbolism behind that particular hand placement.
Right.
What's the wisdom behind it?
Well, it signifies complete surrender and submission to Allah.
Okay.
The act of spreading our fingers and pressing them firmly against our knees, it reflects a state of utter humility and dependence on our Creator.
It's incredible how such a subtle detail can convey such a powerful message.
Right.
Really highlights the importance of intentionality in every aspect of prayer.
Indeed, every movement in prayer is an opportunity to express our devotion and to strengthen our connection with Allah.
Yeah.
It's about lining our physical actions with our inner state of submission.
This brings to mind another intriguing detail mentioned in the text about what to do if you sneeze during prayer.
Ah, yes. Sunan An-Nasa'i provides specific guidance on this matter.
Okay.
It states that if one sneezes during prayer, they should simply say Alhamdulillah, praise be to Allah.
Okay.
There's no need to interrupt the flow of prayer or to make any other gesture.
So it seems like the emphasis is on maintaining continuity and focus.
Precisely, it's about minimizing distractions and remaining fully present in our communication with Allah.
Yeah.
Sneezing is a natural bodily function, and acknowledging it with gratitude is sufficient. We don't want to disrupt the flow of our prayer or draw attention to ourselves.
Yeah. These precise instructions really shed light on the level of detail and mindfulness that Sunan An-Nasa'i encourages in our worship.
It's about infusing every aspect of prayer with intention and reverence. It's about recognizing that even the smallest actions can have spiritual significance when done with the right mindset.
This deep dive into Sunan An-Nasa'i has definitely deepened my appreciation for the richness and depth of Islamic prayer.
Yes.
It's not just a ritual, but a profound act of spiritual communion.
Exactly. It's a journey of self-purification.
Yeah.
A conversation with our Creator,
Uh-huh.
and a source of immense peace and tranquility.
Speaking of profound experiences, we were both intrigued by the emphasis on Friday in this volume.
Yes.
It's clearly more than just another day of the week.
You're absolutely right. Friday holds a unique position in Islam, and Sunan An-Nasa'i beautifully captures its multi-layered significance.
Yeah.
It's a day steeped in history and imbued with spiritual weight.
You mentioned earlier that Friday was chosen by Allah for momentous events.
Right.
Can you elaborate on that? What are some of the events that highlight its significance?
Sure. According to Sunan An-Nasa'i, Friday witnessed some of the most pivotal moments in the creation and history of humankind.
Okay.
It was on a Friday that Adam, peace be upon him, was created.
Wow.
It was also the day he entered paradise and the day he descended to earth.
It's incredible how these events frame the human experience.
Yes.
From our very beginning to our journey on this earth,
Yeah.
Friday has played a central role.
Precisely. It connects us to the grand narrative of creation and reminds us of our place within it.
Yeah.
It underscores the sacred nature of time and how certain moments hold particular significance in the eyes of Allah.
Yeah, it's also fascinating how Sunan An-Nasa'i links Friday to the day of judgment.
Yes, the text explicitly states that the trumpet signaling the commencement of the Day of Judgment will be blown on a Friday.
Wow.
This connection further emphasizes the weightiness of this day and its role in the grand scheme of things.
It's definitely a powerful reminder of the transient nature of this world and the ultimate accountability that awaits us.
Indeed, it serves as a call to make the most of our time on this earth and to strive for righteousness in every moment,
Right.
knowing that our actions have consequences that extend beyond this. This life adds a sense of purpose and urgency to our Friday observance.
So Friday is not just a day of communal gathering and celebration, but also a day for introspection and preparation for the hereafter.
Absolutely, it's a day to reflect on our actions, to seek forgiveness for our shortcomings,
Right.
and to renew our commitment to living a life pleasing to Allah.
This raises an important question.
Yeah.
How can we practically make the most of Friday's blessings? What specific practices does Sunan An-Nasa'i recommend for us to observe on this special day?
Well, Sunan An-Nasa'i outlines a comprehensive guide for Friday practices.
Yeah.
It all begins with ghusl, a full body purification that symbolizes a renewal of both body and spirit.
Ghusl is such a beautiful and symbolic act.
Yes.
It's like we're cleansing ourselves both physically and spiritually,
Exactly.
preparing to meet Allah with purity and intention.
It's a way of honoring the sanctity of Friday and approaching it with a sense of reverence and humility.
Yeah.
It's a reminder that our outward actions can reflect our inner state, and that purity is an integral part of our faith.
Beyond ghusl, what other practices are recommended for maximizing the blessings of Friday?
Well, Sunan An-Nasa'i places great emphasis on arriving early to the mosque for Friday prayer. Okay. It's a sign of eagerness and enthusiasm to be in Allah's presence, to benefit from the communal worship, and to absorb the blessings of this special day.
Yeah, I can only imagine the atmosphere in the mosque on a Friday.
Right.
People from all walks of life coming together, united in their devotion.
It's a truly inspiring sight.
Yeah.
It's a testament to the unifying power of faith and a reminder that we're all part of a larger community striving towards the same goal.
There's a beautiful sense of solidarity and shared purpose in that communal gathering.
Absolutely, it strengthens our bonds of brotherhood and sisterhood, and reminds us that we're not alone on this journey.
Yeah, Sunan An-Nasa'i also seems to encourage walking to the mosque for Friday prayer instead of riding if possible.
Yes.
What's the wisdom behind that recommendation?
It's a beautiful gesture of humility and devotion. By choosing to walk, we're essentially saying that we're willing to exert ourselves for the sake of Allah.
Yes.
It's a way of embodying our submission and acknowledging that every step we take is in His service.
Yeah, it transforms a simple act, like walking into an expression of faith.
Precisely, it's about infusing our everyday actions with intention and purpose, recognizing that even the mundane can be elevated to something meaningful when done for the sake of Allah.
It's a beautiful reminder that our faith is not confined to specific rituals or locations,
Right.
but can permeate every aspect of our lives.
Exactly. It's about cultivating a state of constant awareness of Allah's presence and striving to live in accordance with His guidance in all that we do.
This emphasis on mindfulness and intention is a recurring theme in Sunan An-Nasa'i.
Yeah.
It's a call to approach our faith with sincerity and to go beyond simply performing rituals.
It's about understanding the deeper meaning behind our actions and striving to connect with Allah on a heart level.
This brings us to another fascinating aspect of Sunan An-Nasa'i that we discussed earlier.
Right.
The stories about the Prophet Muhammad's forgetfulness during prayer.
Ah, yes. Those stories might seem surprising at first, but they offer valuable insights into the human side of of the Prophet,
Yeah.
and profound lessons for us as well.
It's not something you typically expect to hear about,
Right.
but it's incredibly comforting to know that even the most exemplary human being
Yeah.
experienced these moments of forgetfulness.
Indeed, it humanizes the Prophet and makes his example more relatable and attainable.
Yeah.
It shows that we're all on a journey of learning and growth, and that even the most devout among us are not immune to human error.
It's a reminder that perfection is not the expectation, but rather striving for excellence while acknowledging our limitations
Yes.
and seeking Allah's guidance.
Precisely, it's about focusing on the process of growth and development, and recognizing that our relationship with Allah is a continuous journey of learning and seeking forgiveness.
These stories also provide practical guidance on how to rectify mistakes during prayer.
Yes.
Can you elaborate on those teachings?
Certainly, Sunan An-Nasa'i teaches us that if we realize we've missed a part of the prayer, we should perform 2 prostrations of forgetfulness before saying the final salam.
Okay.
These prostrations serve as a way of acknowledging our mistake and seeking Allah's forgiveness for our oversight.
It's like a built-in mechanism for course correction.
Exactly. It's a beautiful demonstration of Allah's mercy and His willingness to forgive our shortcomings when we acknowledge them and seek His guidance.
Yeah.
It also highlights the importance of humility and recognizing our mistakes rather than trying to ignore or conceal them.
These stories beautifully illustrate the balance between striving for excellence and acknowledging our human fallibility.
Indeed, it's about approaching our worship with both sincerity and humility, recognizing that we're all works in progress and that Allah is always there to guide and forgive us.
You know, this deep dive into Sunan An-Nasa'i has been a journey of rediscovering the beauty and depth of our faith.
Yes.
We've explored the intricacies of prayer, the significance of Friday, and the Prophet's humility. It's been truly enlightening.
It's remarkable how this collection of hadith illuminates even the most familiar aspects of our faith.
Yeah.
And encourages us to approach them with renewed intention and awareness.
Sunan An-Nasa'i also emphasizes the importance of community and social interactions within Islam.
Absolutely, it highlights that our faith is not just about individual piety, but also about extending kindness and compassion to others.
Yeah.
It stresses the importance of fostering strong bonds within our community,
Mhm.
of visiting the sick,
Yeah.
attending funerals, and interacting with our neighbors with care and respect.
It seems to encourage us to view our actions through a spiritual lens.
Yes.
Recognizing that even seemingly mundane acts can carry spiritual weight.
Precisely, it's about recognizing the interconnectedness of our lives,
Right.
and striving to make a positive impact on those around us. It's about understanding that our actions have ripple effects, and that our faith calls us to be a source of goodness and light in the world.
What are some specific teachings about community that stood out to you as particularly impactful or relevant to our lives today?
One teaching that deeply resonated with me was the emphasis on visiting the sick.
Okay.
It's not simply seen as a social obligation, but as an act of worship that brings immense spiritual rewards and benefits both the visitor and the one being visited.
Yeah, it's a beautiful way to demonstrate empathy and provide support to those who are going through difficult times.
Indeed, it's about recognizing the shared humanity that binds us together and extending a helping hand to those who are suffering.
Right.
It's a reminder that we're all part of a larger community, and that our individual well-being is intertwined with the well-being of others.
It's a powerful message of compassion and solidarity.
Absolutely. It's about creating a society where people feel supported and cared for, especially in times of vulnerability.
In a world that often feels increasingly individualistic, this emphasis on community and interconnectedness is a refreshing reminder of our shared humanity and our responsibility to care for for one another.
It's a call to build bridges of compassion and understanding,
Yeah.
and to create a society where everyone feels valued and supported.
This deep dive into Sunan An-Nasa'i has been a journey of rediscovering the beauty and depth of our faith.
Yes.
We've explored the intricacies of prayer, the significance of Friday, the prophet's humility, and the importance of community.
Right.
It's been a truly enriching experience.
It's remarkable how this collection of hadith illuminates even the most familiar aspects of our faith and encourages us to approach them with renewed intention and awareness.
We've covered a lot of ground in this deep dive, but there's so much more to explore in Sunan An-Nasa'i.
You're absolutely right. This volume is a treasure trove of wisdom and guidance, and we've only just scratched the surface.
I'm particularly interested in delving deeper into the theme of seeking knowledge, which we touched upon earlier.
Right, seeking knowledge is a fundamental pillar of Islamic tradition, and Sunan An-Nasa'i dedicates a significant portion to highlighting its importance and providing guidance on how to approach it.
It's clear that seeking knowledge is not just encouraged, but considered an essential aspect of living a fulfilling and meaningful Islamic life.
Exactly, it's considered an act of worship in itself, and a means of drawing closer to Allah.
You mentioned that Sunan An-Nasa'i emphasizes the pursuit of both religious and worldly knowledge.
Yes.
Can you elaborate on that? Why is both types of knowledge considered important?
Well, Islam recognizes that knowledge is vast and encompasses all aspects of creation.
Mm-hmm.
Religious knowledge deepens our understanding of Allah, His attributes,
Yeah.
His guidance, and our purpose in this world. Worldly knowledge, on the other hand, helps us navigate the complexities of this life and to contribute to the betterment of society.
It seems like both types of knowledge are interconnected and complement each other.
Absolutely, our understanding of the divine can inform our actions in the world, and our experiences in the world can enhance our understanding of the divine. It's a beautiful synergy.
What are some specific teachings about seeking knowledge that stood out to you as particularly relevant or inspiring?
Well, one teaching that resonated deeply with me was the emphasis on the etiquette of seeking knowledge.
Okay.
It's not simply about acquiring information, but about approaching the process with humility,
Yeah.
respect for teachers, and a sincere desire to learn and apply what we learn.
It sounds like seeking knowledge is not just an intellectual pursuit, but also a spiritual practice.
Precisely, it's about cultivating the right mindset and approaching knowledge with reverence and gratitude.
Yeah.
It's about recognizing that knowledge is a gift,
Mm-hmm.
and that we are accountable for how we use it.
This reminds me of the saying, "With knowledge comes responsibility."
Exact. Knowledge is a powerful tool, and it's essential that we use it wisely for the benefit of ourselves and others.
Sunan An-Nasa'i seems to place a strong emphasis on character development and moral conduct.
Absolutely. It emphasizes that our actions have consequences not only in this life, but also in the hereafter.
Yeah.
It stresses the importance of cultivating virtuous qualities such as honesty, trustworthiness, kindness to parents, and treating others with respect.
It's a reminder that our faith is not just about rituals and beliefs, but about living a life of integrity and compassion.
Precisely. It's about striving to embody the values of Islam in all that we do, and to be a source of goodness and light in the world.
What are some specific teachings about character that you found particularly insightful or impactful?
One teaching that really resonated with me was the emphasis on honesty.
Okay.
It's not just seen as a moral virtue, but as a fundamental principle that should govern all aspects of our lives.
So it's about being truthful in our words, actions, and intentions.
Exactly. It's about aligning our inner and outer worlds and striving to live with integrity.
It's a reminder that our character is a reflection of our faith, and that we should strive to embody the values of Islam in all that we do.
Indeed, it's about recognizing that our actions speak louder than words, and that we should strive to be a source of goodness and light in the world.
This deep dive into Sunan An-Nasa'i has been truly inspiring.
Yeah.
We've uncovered a wealth of wisdom and guidance on a wide range of topics.
Right.
Is there anything else that you found particularly thought-provoking or relevant to our lives today?
One recurring theme that has resonated deeply with me throughout our exploration of Sunan An-Nasa'i is the emphasis on balance and moderation in all aspects of life.
That's a valuable reminder in today's world where it's easy to get caught up in extremes and lose sight of the middle path.
Absolutely. Sunan An-Nasa'i cautions against extremism and encourages a balanced approach to worship, work, social interactions, and even our emotions.
It's about finding that sweet spot that allows us to thrive in all aspects of our lives without neglecting our spiritual well-being or our responsibilities to others.
Precisely, it's about recognizing that Islam is a religion of ease.
Yeah.
And that we should strive to find a balance that allows us to live fulfilling and meaningful lives without unnecessary hardship or burden.
What are some specific examples from Sunan An-Nasa'i that illustrate this emphasis on balance and moderation?
Well, one example is the Prophet Muhammad's guidance on prayer.
Okay.
He encouraged a moderate pace, neither rushing through the movements nor making them excessively long. This reflects a balance between fulfilling the obligations of prayer and maintaining focus and humility.
It's about finding that rhythm that allows us to connect with Allah in a meaningful way without becoming overwhelmed or distracted.
Yeah. Exactly. It's a beautiful illustration of how balance and moderation can enhance our spiritual practice.
What other examples of balance stood out to you in Sunan An-Nasa'i?
Well, the text also emphasizes balance in our social interactions.
Oh.
It encourages us to maintain strong ties of kinship,
Yep.
but also to set healthy boundaries. It highlights the importance of spending quality time with family,
Yeah.
but also fulfilling our obligations to the wider community.
So it's about finding that equilibrium between our various roles and responsibilities.
Precisely. It's about recognizing that our lives are multifaceted and that we need to find a balance that allows us to thrive in all aspects.
Yeah, it's a reminder that Islam is a holistic way of life that encompasses both our inner and outer worlds.
Absolutely. It encourages us to live with purpose and intention, striving for excellence in all that we do while maintaining balance and moderation.
This emphasis on balance and moderation is a refreshing reminder in a world that often feels chaotic and polarized.
It's a call to seek harmony in all aspects of our lives.
Yeah.
And to approach challenges with a sense of calm and composure.
Yeah, it's about finding that inner peace that allows us to navigate the complexities of life with grace and resilience.
Exactly. It's about recognizing that true strength lies in balance, and that extremism in any form is ultimately detrimental to our well-being.
You know, this deep dive into Sunan An-Nasa'i Volume 2 has been truly enriching. We've uncovered a wealth of wisdom and guidance on a wide range of topics that are relevant to our lives today.
It's remarkable how this collection of hadith continues to speak to us across centuries.
Yeah.
Offering timeless wisdom that can guide us towards a life of meaning, purpose, and balance.
What are some key takeaways that you think that you think our listener can reflect on and apply to their own lives?
Well, one key takeaway is the importance of mindfulness and intention in all that we do, whether it's prayer, social interactions, or even our thoughts and emotions. Sunan An-Nasa'i encourages us to be present and conscious of our actions.
So it's about living with a sense of awareness and purpose.
Absolutely, it's about infusing our lives with intention and striving to connect with Allah in every moment.
What other key takeaways would you highlight for our listener?
Another important takeaway is the emphasis on balance and moderation in all aspects of life.
Okay.
Sunan An-Nasa'i cautions against extremism and encourages a balanced approach to worship, work, social interactions, and even our emotions.
So it's about finding that middle path,
Right.
avoiding extremes and striving for harmony in our lives.
Precisely, it's about recognizing that Islam is a religion of ease,
Uh-huh.
and that we should strive to find a balance that allows us to thrive in all aspects of our lives.
It's a beautiful way to live with intention and mindfulness.
Yes.
What's one final thought that you'd like to leave our listener with as we conclude this segment of our deep dive into Sunan An-Nasa'i Volume 2?
One thought that lingers in my mind is the transformative power of small, consistent actions.
Okay.
Sunan An-Nasa'i emphasizes that even seemingly insignificant acts of worship, when done consistently and with sincerity, hold immense value in the eyes of Allah.
It's a powerful reminder that our spiritual journey is a marathon, not a sprint. It's about cultivating those daily habits of worship and striving to improve ourselves little by little each day.
Exactly. It's about recognizing that even small steps taken consistently can lead to significant progress over time.
You know, this deep dive has been a valuable reminder that our spiritual growth is an ongoing process.
Yes.
It's about constantly striving to learn, grow, and draw closer to Allah.
May this journey of learning and reflection continue to enrich our lives and strengthen our connection with the divine.
You know, it's amazing how Sunan An-Nasa'i manages to address such a wide range of topics,
Right.
providing guidance on everything from the spiritual to the practical.
It's a testament to the comprehensiveness of Islam.
Yeah.
And its relevance to all aspects of our lives.
This emphasis on balance that we were just discussing,
Yes.
it seems to extend even to our emotions.
You're absolutely right.
What do you think?
Sunan An-Nasa'i encourages us to cultivate a state of inner peace and tranquility, avoiding extremes of anger or sadness.
So it's about finding that emotional equilibrium,
Right.
recognizing that our feelings are part of our human experience,
Yeah.
but not letting them control us.
Precisely, it's about finding that middle ground between suppressing our emotions and being overwhelmed by them.
Yeah.
We're encouraged to find healthy ways to process our emotions and to seek Allah's help in maintaining a balanced state of mind.
That's such valuable advice, especially in today's fast-paced world where it's easy to get swept away by the constant influx of information and external pressures.
Indeed, it's about cultivating a sense of inner strength and resilience, drawing upon our faith to navigate the challenges of life with grace and composure.
It's a reminder that true peace comes from within, and that our connection with Allah is a source of strength and stability in the face of life's ups and downs.
Absolutely, it's about recognizing that we're not alone in our struggles, and that Allah is always there to guide and support us.
This deep dive into Sunan An-Nasa'i Volume 2 has been truly a transformative experience.
Yes, it has.
We've explored such a vast tapestry of teachings, from the intricacies of prayer to the significance of balance and moderation in all aspects of our lives.
It's been a journey of both intellectual and spiritual enrichment, a reminder of the profound wisdom and guidance contained within this sacred text.
You know, as we conclude our deep dive, one thought that continues to resonate with me is the idea that our spiritual journey is not about about achieving some unattainable state of perfection,
Right.
but about embracing the ongoing process of growth and development.
You've captured it perfectly.
We think.
Sunan An-Nasa'i reminds us that we're all on a path of continuous learning and improvement.
Yeah.
It's about striving for excellence while acknowledging our imperfections and seeking Allah's guidance every step of the way.
It's about those small, consistent actions,
Yes.
those daily choices that ultimately shape our character and draw us closer to Allah.
Exactly. It's about recognizing that even seemingly insignificant acts, when done with sincerity and mindfulness, can have a profound impact on our spiritual growth.
You know, this deep dive has left me feeling incredibly inspired and motivated to continue on this journey of learning and growth.
May this journey continue to enrich your life and strengthen your connection with Allah.
And may it inspire all of us to discover our own personal echoes of Ihsan and the teachings of Sunan An-Nasa'i.
Thank you for joining us on this deep dive into Sunan An-Nasa'i Volume 2.
Until next time, may peace and blessings be upon you.